Hello guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to install macOS 8.5 on SheepShaver for Windows. Unfortunately, right now I cannot install macOS 8.6 on SheepShaver for Windows since all the ISOs are pretty much corrupted. Alright, let's get started. You ready? The very first step is to download the most recent build of SheepShaver, which once you get this link from the description, it should be right here. Next step is to download the Old World ROM from this website in the description and put it in the SheepShaver folder along with the SheepShaver download. Next step is to go to macOS 8.5, scroll down, and download this ISO. It's crucial that you get this one. Alright. Now that we have all those steps done, let's check out our folder. Alright, once you have set everything up, your folder should look like this. With SheepShaver, your ISO of macOS 8.5, and your ROM. Now what you're going to want to do is rename your ROM macOS ROM and remove the file extension. You may have noticed that I already made a disk for this. I already saved that step, but for the sake of the video, I will remake it. Alright, next step, make sure to set this to read only. Okay, now you can open up the SheepShaver GUI. And once it opens, you're going to click Create to create a hard drive. And then you're going to do 2 gigs. And then you're going to name it Mac OS 8.disk. Doesn't really matter what you name it, but that's what I would name it. If you click OK, and then it waits a little while, and then exits out of this, and then it shows up right there, then that means that you did it properly, and your hard drive is made. However, if you make the disk, and then it just instantly closes, and the disk doesn't show up in the list, then that means that you made your disk too big, and it was not able to format it. Now that we have our hard drive disk present, you click add one more time, and you find your macOS 8.5 ISO and you double click it. Make sure it's checked as CD-ROM or else it will not boot. You can enable my computer icon. I don't really see the point in it, but sure. Window 60 Hertz, and then you can just set this to whatever you want. Depending on your monitor's refresh rate, you might want to choose something else. I don't really know. These are the settings that I always use here. So you can leave keyboard and serial the same. You can try slurp or router. I'm not sure how they're supposed to work, but you can try slurp. For the RAM size, you are going to choose 256 megabytes. Then for the ROM file, which should be the one that you downloaded earlier from the redundant robot, you're going to find it and then double click it and then have it there. And now you're ready to start for the first time. Yay! Alright, once you're ready, you can check everything. Yep, everything's good. Let me just zap that, see what happens. Then you can start SheepShaver. Alright, now you should have heard it start, and you also should have heard the macOS start up. And then it should be yelling at you. macOS should be like, "This disk is unreadable by this computer. Would you like to initialize it into macOS?" You're going to say, well, why not? So you're going to name your disk, whatever you want. And then you're going to initialize it by clicking the button. Alright, once you're done doing that, you have the installer. You can try this macOS installer, and if that one doesn't work, you can always fall back to the second one. Well, are you ready? Well, let's get started with the install. You open up the installer, and then you wait for the hopscotch to load. You enter it, then you click select, Then you click continue. Then we read our very, very important software license agreement. Okay, I'm done. Very, very important, I know. Then you click start. It should start installing onto your hard drive. And then you're going to let it install until it's done. This shouldn't take too long depending on how fast your computer is. So just let it load. If you want, you could check out the hard drive while it's installing, but not really, because the stopwatch is having everything wait. macOS 8.5 was the first release of macOS to be fully power PC with no options for 68K Max. 68K Max were completely discontinued at this point, so you couldn't install onto them anymore. And you saw that it said, oh yeah, we're finished. Once it's finished, you click quit, then you click shut down. Once it shuts down, you're going to go into the SheepShaver GUI and then remove the CD. Then you can start again for the full first boot of macOS 8. Are you ready? The full first boot of macOS 8 that we just spent time installing. You have the setup assistant, which 9 times out of 10 is going to crash your computer with the network detection. So worst case scenario, if it actually does crash your computer with the network detection, then just force reboot it and it should go away and stop bothering you. Yeah. Most of the time, it really shouldn't be that much of an issue. But sometimes it'll be like, oh, I don't like this network. See, this is the exact screen that it'll freeze on. Sometimes. Sometimes it'll want to freeze on that. Come on, setup assistant, you're taking too long. The clock went off. The clock is telling you it's taking too long. Oh, gosh. Well, while I wait, I'm going to be able to check all this. There's a lot of stuff. While I wait, I'm going to play this jigsaw puzzle. I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, I have to provide the file. Are you serious right now? I ain't doing that. Start new puzzle. Medium. Wait, what? Okay. We're starting the puzzle while I wait for macOS to do its job. Okay. Alright. Alright, I found the first piece of the map. What are we doing? Oh, God. Oh, this is... Okay, we got another piece. Because this is too slow. So I'm just playing a game while I wait for it to load. Okay, stay right there. put that one there. Go there. Oh, yes it does. Alright. Jigsaw. It's still looking for network devices. It's gonna take a while. I have a feeling. My bones are telling me something's gonna happen. Alright. Come on, assemble the map. Assemble the map. Assemble the map. Boo, boo, boo. Boo, boo, boo. Do, 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 do. Windows is so much more cooperative than Mac OS with this half the time, because Mac OS just likes to be a little whiny baby. But like, no, I don't like that. I don't like the way your network looks, so I'm not gonna like log in to it. Alright. If I could finish this jigsaw puzzle before this detects the device, I'm gonna end the video at that. Hey, what you little... It took back... No! What the freak? It just took away my jigsaw puzzle. I quit. Mac OS, how could you do this to me? I'm going to open up Task Manager and close out of this. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy installing Mac OS 8. And this is me out again.